Hello, welcome back to my channel. We are Blueprint Design and I'm Nikhil, and today we're going to learn how to simulate the pull to refresh animation within an app that you're designing where you want the users to be able to refresh the feed just by pulling down from the top. So for this tutorial, I'm going to be using an app that I designed for my portfolio called Possum, which aims to cater to the growing pet industry and increase awareness about pet adoption, facilitate and provide easy solutions to customers. I also did a video earlier on how to design this 3D animations for the onboarding. You can check that out on my profile, or I'll include a link in the description as well. So once the user registers, they see the home screen, which is to shop for different pet products. The user can also search the different pets to adopt by location or by the category of the pet or by the shelter. They can see the pet profile, the different details, and then decide which pet to move forward with. Alternatively, they can also book different services like cleaning, grooming, daycare, training, health checkup for their pets, and they can actually create and have their pet's profile in this app as well. So we want to be able to refresh this feed or the items in the shopping screen when the user pulls down to refresh. So let's get started. So we are in Adobe XD and I have the home screen over here which we're going to be working with. Also to simulate the refresh action, I have the refresh icon which I downloaded from online. You could also use a plugin called Icons for Design, which is free with Adobe XD, and search the different icons that you need. So to begin with, I'm going to just take a look at this icon before we move forward. Now we want to rotate this icon in the animation, but as you can see, this icon is not centered correctly because of the arrow. So we need a quick fix for that. So I've created a component which includes the icon itself from above, and also I've added a background so that the rotate icon actually centers around nicely, and when we want to rotate the icon, it's not wobbling. All right, so I'm gonna create a copy of this icon and paste it on the screen, and now aligning it centrally, I'm going to move this behind the menu bar. Okay, now I'm going to quickly create a duplicate of the screen. You can do this by using the shortcut Command or Control D on your keyboard, and it will quickly create a duplicate. So for this screen, what we want is to move everything on the screen, on this artboard, down a bit. So I'm going to do that. And now you also want to move the icon with everything, so you can move it by pressing the down arrow on your keyboard. So when I drag from the top, this is where, or this is how far I want the icon to go. That's what I'm simulating. Again, I'm going to create a duplicate of this artboard by pressing Command or Control D, and this time when the user actually leaves or completes the interaction, completes a drag interaction, I want the icon to rotate a little bit. So that's what we're going to simulate. But you see, if you notice over here, the rotation of this icon is set to 0 in the properties inspector. So I'm going to actually move back to my original home screen, select the icon and set the rotation to begin with minus 360 degrees. And on this screen, I want to set the rotation to minus 180 to simulate the icon is rotating when it's being pulled down. On this screen, I'm going to leave the rotation to 0. But again, I'm going to create a copy of this artboard by pressing Command or Control D. On this artboard, I'm going to set the rotation to 180 degrees, or we can go all the way to 360 degrees. So we're going from 0 to 360. So the icon is going to rotate one full circle. And after it rotates one full circle, we want to refresh all the items on the home page. So again, I'm going to create one last copy of this artboard by pressing Command or Control D. And now we want everything to go back as it was on the original screen, on the original home page. So let me just select all the items over here. And I also move this behind the menu bar. Now we want to simulate the pull to refresh so that the feed actually updates. And to simulate that, I am going to select this item, which is essentially a repeat grid within a scroll group. So I'm going to select this item and I'm going to the Explorer, File Explorer or Finder on a Mac, and just drag and drop any image that I want to update it with. Just to simulate a change, I'm also going to set a price, which is $24.99. This is nowhere accurate, but just to simulate or give you guys an idea, I'm going to set it to $14.99. Again, I'm going to change and go down into this item, go to my Explorer or Finder, update the image. I'm going to set the price as $22.99, and for this one, $19.99. Alright, so now the page looks updated. So zooming out to see all the artboards, this is what we really want. And we are going to quickly move to the prototype tab and wire up the interaction. I have this background. It's essentially a rectangle that spans throughout the screen's real estate. And so I want the user to be able to drag drag the rectangle. So I'm going to create a wire, and to select the trigger as a drag interaction, it's obviously going to be auto animate, and I'm not going to set any easing for this one as the user is dragging it. Going quickly back to the design tab, I'm going to move this rectangle down. As this rectangle is only filled with white color without a background, it's not going to be visible to the user. So the drag simulation has been wired up. Now all we're going to do is go back to the prototype tab and select the entire outboard and wire up time-based animations. So I'm going to select time. I'm going to set the delay to 0 and select auto animate. I'm going to select the easing to ease in and out. And now I'm going to set the duration to 1 second. We can change it later if we don't like it. Okay, so I'm going to again do the same and interactions with all the same properties. Okay, I'm going to save the progress and quickly play the interaction. So I'm going to drag down and we see the icon is rotating a little bit. And when I leave it, that's where we see the interaction. Let's play this again. There you have it, the quick tutorial on how to add a pull to refresh interaction to your applications. I'm fairly new to YouTube and I like sharing my knowledge and design skills with the community. So if you like what you see, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. We also have an Instagram account where we share the best practices in UX research and design. Thank you for watching.